What's up, YouTube members? All right, hey, we're gonna continue our lesson from last week on building a funky groove. Okay, and last week we talked about that first layer, which we so lovingly called the meat, and it included the root and its octave, the fifth, the flat seven, and its octave. So those 5 notes. Okay? We're going to talk about, let's see here, we got 4 more layers to go. All right? So here we go. Let's get it. Layer 2. Layer 2. We're going to call this one the sandwich. All right? This is where we turn the meat into a meal. All right? So, I'm loving this. Sorry. So this one's involving 2 new notes. All right? We're adding from the root. Okay, so we're in the key of G here, right? From the root, we're going to add the minor third, up a string, up 2 frets, and the fourth. Okay? Flat 3, 4, and root. All right? Now this layer, the sandwich, these new notes, they're powerful. Okay? You got to use them sparingly. All right? Again, we're building this meal around this first group of notes. So they got to be the star of the show. They're what are going to center the groove, but these new notes are going to add some body. Check it out. So the groove from last week was like this. Something like that, right? Now what happens when I add this new layer? Hear it? It gives me a lot of options. I can incorporate it into my overall bass line. So, right? I can use it for fills. That's layer 2. All right? A lot to get there. But let's keep moving on. Layer 3. We're going to call this one sides in a drink. All right? So, layer 3 is going to add the notes that are between this second and first layer. So we've got our root, we had our flat 3, 4, and 5 on this second string. Let's add the notes between those. So we're adding the major third and the flat 5 now. All right, and as you can hear, those notes got some attitude. All right, so again, the first layer is the star of the show, but when I start to add these notes in, I get a lot of different flavors now. Hear that? That's that major third, right? And combining the minor third with that major third, that's a nice sound there. All right? Here's that here's that flat 5. Hear it? It's kind of like a passing tone. A lot of flavor there. So many options now. So many options. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. 4th layer. We're going to call this one the sauce. All right? Because this is the sauce. This is the sauce right here. We're going to add the major 6th. Okay? So here's our flat 7 here. We go down a fret. In this case, it's E natural. Up 2 strings from the root, down a fret. That's our natural 6th or our major 6th. And this one has a real sweet sound to it. Check it out when I mix it in with that flat 7. Ready? 3. Woo! Ha. All right, and the next couple notes in the sauce are going to be the flat 3 and the major 3, but we're going to put them up an octave. So here's our flat 3 and our major 3. Ooh, you know that sound. You've heard that sound before, right? That's the other part of the sauce. Here it is, right? Come on now. Sounds good, right? Okay, but we got one more layer. Okay, and this is gonna be a layer that's really gonna be reserved for just playing fills. Let's call this one, let's call it dessert, okay? Because we gotta use this one in moderation for sure. So here's the dessert layer. We're gonna take all of these notes in the second and third layer, and we're gonna put them all up in octaves. So we already have 2 of them for the sauce, right? But if I keep going, I get all those notes here. Ooh. All right, so now before you head off to the shed, check out what happens when I'm gonna put all five layers together. All right, but really, again, I'm building it around that first original layer. I'm keeping that the star of the show, and I'm using these other layers to add all of the other accoutrements to it, okay? Here we go. Ready? 2, 1, 2, 3.